In today's video, we are talking about how six-figure earners make the most of their money. I am Tiffany Thomas, your wealth mentor. I achieved financial freedom in my 30s and became a millionaire at 40. I'm here to help you do that even earlier and easier and without bias, since I do not work for any third parties. And today's video is going to be a little bit more casual, so let me know if you like this new format or if you like my previous format better. So let's dive into these 4 different ways that six-figure earners make the most of their income. The first way that I want to talk about is spending wisely. This, and I'm speaking from personal experience. When I have my budget set up and I know exactly what I'm spending and how much money is coming in, then I am a lot better steward over my money. And just to share an example with you, the way that I like to do this is to have my spending plan in a Google Sheet, and then I also use a free app. It's called Empower. It used to be called Personal Capital. And I have all of my financial accounts hooked to Empower. For example, I have all of my different credit cards, and I have my mortgage, I have my HOA payments in there, I have my checking, my savings, my Roth IRA, everything that you can think of. And that way I can see all of my financial accounts in one place very quickly. And I log into this app pretty much every day. And that way I can see, all right, I've spent too much on Amazon this month, or I haven't been watching what I've been spending on eating out, things like that. And just looking at my finances actually helps me to become better with my money and make the most of it. So definitely have a budget or a spending plan and start keeping track of your money. That is really going to help you realize where you need to make adjustments or improvements. I have definitely seen this by keeping an eye on my money. And also, if there is a subscription that you've forgotten about, you can definitely notice that if you have all of your accounts in one place and you're actually looking at your money. All right, and then the second item that I want to talk about on how six-figure earners make the most of their money is to invest your money. This has been a game changer for me. I have always been really good at saving my money. I had quite a significant amount sitting in my savings at one point, and I knew that I needed to invest that money. And once I switched over and focused more on investing my money, that is when I saw my net worth grow exponentially. It was pretty amazing, to be honest. And like I said at the beginning, I became a millionaire. So I saw when my net worth hit that $1 million mark, and I was really excited about that. But that would not have happened if I was not investing my money. So the ways that I invest my money is to, 1, invest in myself. I do have an MBA, but I also have invested in courses and in coaches that have helped me grow my business. And I've also worked with different mentors and improved my mindset and just improved my skills. So I have been investing in myself, in my own education. And that makes a huge difference, because if you have the mindset of, well, you know, there's a scarcity of money and I'll never be able to be successful with investing, then you aren't going to do that. But if you are working on your skills and realizing that you can make money by investing if you're doing it right, then you'll be able to think, all right, if I can do that, then I'm going to actually take the steps and learn to invest my money and then really invest my money. That is what I've been able to do. I've invested in the stock market and in real estate. And of course, I've made mistakes along the way. I am not perfect. No one is, but I've learned from those mistakes. And I've even learned from others' mistakes by asking questions to people that are successful with investing so that I don't have to make all of the mistakes myself. So definitely invest in yourself, in your own education, and also invest in things that are going to make your money work for you, whether that is the stock market or real estate or your own business. And if you are interested in investing in the stock market to grow your net worth to $1 million, I do have a group coaching program. I will leave a link below in the description. You can click on that link and check out the details so that you can work with me. And also, going along with this, investing is going to grow your money exponentially. We might be thinking, oh, there's really high savings rates right now, and there are. but there may be around 5%. And honestly, you can earn on average 10% in the stock market. And I have seen way over 10%. I've seen over 100% on some of my investments. So keeping your money in a savings is not going to make the most of your money. Of course, we want to have an emergency fund. In case something does happen, we have money to pay for that emergency right away. But we definitely don't want to keep all of our money just sitting in a savings account because it is not working for us if we are doing that. All right, and then the third item that I want to talk about on how six-figure earners make the most of their money is to take care of yourself first and then focus on others. If we are constantly giving our money away or focusing on others or building up our child's education plan instead of our own retirement, we are going to regret that later. And of course, we can definitely be giving and focus on others, but if we ourselves are strapped for cash, we definitely don't want to have the focus on others. We need to become financially secure ourselves first, and then we can move to focusing on others. This is really important. It's just like they tell you on the airplane, right? To put your mask on first and then help your children or someone else put their mask on. Because if you don't have your mask on, then you're definitely not going to be able to help others because you aren't going to be alive if you can't breathe, right? So we need to make sure that we are financially secure, that we are financially stable, and then we can focus on helping others. And honestly, I have seen different situations where people want to help other people, and so they're giving them money and then they're putting themselves in danger because they don't have enough to cover their own expenses, or they don't have enough in their emergency fund to cover an emergency that comes up. So it's not being selfish when we are taking care of ourselves first and then focusing on others, because when we are taken care of, then we can start to actually build our wealth and have even more to help others. All right, and then the next one that I want to talk about, the fourth item on how six-figure earners make the most of their money, is to enjoy the money that you do earn. We don't want to be so focused on just hoarding all of our money and growing our wealth and not enjoying that wealth, right? We don't want to have that mentality of money is scarce and I just need to collect it and not enjoy our lives. And of course, we don't want to be excessive with this. We want to be smart with our spending, like I mentioned before, but we can definitely enjoy our money. We can take trips. That's one thing that I like to do. I recently went to Moab and it wasn't that expensive. I live in Utah, and so Moab is in Utah. It has Arches National Park there. And so I was able to travel there very inexpensively, but I was still being able to spend my money on things that I enjoy. And I've taken other more expensive trips, but I don't go into debt when I am doing that. I'm very smart and I am able to enjoy the fruits of the money that I have made, or the money that my money has made for me. So we definitely want to be enjoying life along the way and not just being so focused on building up our wealth that we are forgetting to enjoy our lives along the way. All right, tell me in the comments below, what do you think is the best way that six-figure earners can make the most out of their money? And don't forget, if you want to work with me in my program, in my coaching program, make sure and click the link below this video and it will give you all of the details on how you can do that. All right, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and feel free to share this video with someone else. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.